Josh, we've talked many times about the four-dimensional customer, but something which I noticed you tweeted the other day was this idea about past clients and future clients. And do you want to expand on that view that you expressed?
Yeah, so Peter, one of the big conversations is to think that language actually prevents a lot of business success. And when we think about past market appraisals, past valuations, past clients that have bought, past clients that have sold, past landlords, how often do you want to go and revisit what happened in your past? And I'm going to say that one of the great challenges is that now what we really should be thinking about, you should just call them valuations. We should just call them clients of the firm. We should just call them people that have bought from us. And the reason why that's such a critically important part is that what has happened in our past should be what we're going to do in terms of our leverage into the future. And so many estate agents want to get their name out there. They want to do leaflet drops. They want to go and do all of these other things. But I say to them, why don't we just play to our strengths? We've already got all of these people that are sitting inside of our database, but what are we actually doing with them? And this is one of the things that I find quite peculiar about the actual UK marketplace, is that who is the person that actually has the relationship with the person that is actually the next seller? And a great example of that is that the negotiator is the one that helps the buyer to buy. And when that buyer buys, that now makes them the next seller, whether or not that's 6 months down the track, a year down the track, or even 20 years down the track. And it's what we actually do as a firm in how we actually foster those relationships in allowing not only career progression for that negotiator to one day become the branch manager, is actually understanding the importance that everyone has in actually playing the role to actually serve the client and actually improving what we call the lifetime spend of the client. That lifetime spend is that we're probably going to do 5 or 6 estate agency transactions during our lifetime. How can we make sure that our firm is actually at the fore to actually do the majority of those transactions on behalf of the client?
So what you're saying from a mindset perspective is effectively stop this idea about past client. It's a client. And the client is somebody who's either active at this moment in time or will become active at a moment in the future. And therefore the job is to keep in touch with all clients appropriately to establish where they are in terms of their levels of activity at any point in time.
And this is where it all goes wrong, because estate agents are in a position that they don't know what keeping in touch and appropriately actually means these days. And this is about establishing that criteria. So Peter, what I'd love to do for you, if it helps, if there's like a significant listing, sale, or property that's been let in the area, I'll pick up the phone, I'll give you a quick call. Would that be okay? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, great. And so then now we're actually in a position that we can go and serve that particular client, because we can talk to them about new properties to market and properties that are being sold or let. But that takes discipline. Yeah. And also means that when we meet an applicant, we need to find out their actual residential address. And if they live in and around a particular area, we then need to get permission to be able to communicate about those things. And so many people are doing what I call vanity marketing. We put out the leaflets, we did this on social media, we did this video, we made all that happen. But yet where the real money is made is relationships.
All of our research that we carry out, as you know, we do several surveys a year. One of the questions we regularly ask is, would you like your agent to keep in touch appropriately and update you as to what is going on in the marketplace relevant to your own property? And the majority of people all say, yes, we would like that. The key is, of course, appropriately, as you say, and doing so in the right time with the right method. It's getting that personalised communication, I think, that's key.
And I think the challenge is here is that inside of a estate agency, new people act like they're new, when they should actually act like they've already been in the firm for 20 years. Because imagine that we walked into a coffee shop today and went to go and get a coffee, and the barista who was behind the coffee machine said, oh, well, I'm new, I don't know you, I can't serve you. But yet that is what happens inside of estate agency businesses all the time.
Yeah. So in terms of keeping in touch, what do you recommend as a appropriate frequency for keeping in touch with clients?
Well, the more relevant you are, the more frequent you'll be. So relevancy actually determines the frequency. So if I rang you 68 times in a week, you might say that that's too frequent. But I'm going to say, well, not necessarily, because I'm actually relevant and I'm helping you to negotiate a big deal, then that might just be me returning your calls.
Sure.
And so what is important is to determine that relevancy is important for frequency, and then you need to be consistent around what it is that you do. And I'll give you a great idea on this. One thing that we would talk about is anniversaries. Well, how many times in life do you enjoy an anniversary? But yet what I do know is that what a great dentist will do is that they'll actually do an annual checkup where you pop in and they do the annual checkup and they make that happen. Well, why don't we do more annual checkups in the estate agency business, where we go out, give people a bit of an idea of what their property is worth so they can make some better decisions for the future.
Yeah, I like that very much. Great. Thanks, Josh.